Most people feel like when it comes to willpower, it was sort of being handed out by God or the universe or something, and they were hidden behind the door when it happened, and they kind of missed out. So most people talk about, I've got a certain amount of willpower, but it seems to evaporate before I really get anywhere. I can use willpower to get on a diet or an exercise program, but after a few weeks I forget, and then it all falls apart because, one day I wake up in the morning and I haven't got the willpower to walk through the rain to the gym, or I haven't got the willpower to go through the hungry period where, I'm just bussing to eat something and there's a chocolate in the fridge calling out to me. And so willpower, in terms of people talking about it, is not really well understood, and therefore most people come to the conclusion they really don't have any. The reality is, if you base your success on willpower, the chances are it's going to backfire on you, because willpower is really only meant to be used in short periods of time when we need that extra bit of push to get us over a hill. So willpower, when you try to use it for a long-term thing, is not really going to work. It's going to backfire because it has to run out, because it's a short-term thing. If you know anything about athletics, you'll have heard about fast twitch muscles and slow twitch muscles. And if you've got fast twitch muscles, you're going to have to be a sprinter. If you've got slow twitch muscles, you're going to have to be a marathon runner. That's just the way that it is. So the thing that just the way that willpower is it's a short-term thing. It's for the sprinters. It's for the areas in our life where we just need a bit of extra push to get us over a hill. Unfortunately, for most of us, what we realise is if I bring a bit of willpower to what I do, I get that extra push, gets me over the hill. Now let's stay up on the hill. And we attempt to maintain that level of fierce focus and concentration. It's not something that we can do. It's not the way we're built. It's not the way we're hardwired. So eventually willpower turns out to be an issue because we can't make it last as long as we want it to. So here's a secret. What you have to do with willpower is, over a period of time, figure out how to change willpower into habit. What that means is, say for example, you want to go to the gym. You'd like to get in the habit of going to the gym. It's going to take willpower to go. If you get yourself a training partner and you meet that person at the gym, what we know, the evidence is in, what it says is people who've got a training partner go to the gym more often than people who don't. Because at that point where the willpower runs out, we have another reason to be able to go to the gym, and that is, I won't let my partner down. So even though it's raining and I'm going to have to walk to the gym this morning, I'm going to walk in the rain because I won't let my partner down, whereas we would let ourselves down. So when we have that extra reason that's external to us, to ourselves, for example, the training partner, the thing we've committed to, the thing we've paid for, if you're learning guitar, I think you're a whole lot better off to go and pay for lessons. It's very easy for you to say, well, look, I'll just buy the guitar and I'll be at home and I will get my lessons off YouTube. There's a gazillion of them. So I can teach myself, and that's a very viable proposition. You can teach yourself piano, you can teach yourself touch typing, you can teach yourself Spanish, all off YouTube and Google. But the reality is no one does it. It doesn't actually work. And the reason it doesn't work is if you go to guitar lessons and you pay the teacher, then what happens is you turn up every Wednesday afternoon because you pay the teacher whether you got to go or not, because you pay for a term or however they do that. So when we have a commitment that is outside of ourselves, like for example, business people say, we're going to go on holidays. As soon as we've got the time and the money, we're off on holidays. Well, rarely does the time and the money both happen at the same time. So most people are going to fit it in later. But you know what, if we look at the year and we plan it out and we say, okay, we're going on this date, and we book and we pay, and if you can't afford to pay the whole lot, pay a deposit, then what happens is we end up going on the holiday when it was scheduled because the deposit was made. So the way to convert willpower to habit is to do something external when willpower is actually an internal. Now, what I mean by an external is the training partner, the book and pay, the make the public commitment, the thing that you do that kind of brings in more horsepower. That turns it into a habit, because if you get to go to the gym more often because you've got a training partner, then eventually going to the gym becomes a habit. Not overnight, by the way. This is not one of those, 28 days and you've got a new habit thing. Going to the gym, seriously, 5 days a week and getting into it is more like 6 months before you can expect it to be habitual. But if you do that, and you might need the training partner to get you through that, if you do that, you will definitely be in the habit of going to the gym. You'll wake up at the right time without an alarm clock, and you'll be off and your feet will hit the carpet and you'll be gone to the gym because it's become a habit. So when you cause willpower to just be that boost, but you turn what you want into a habit by recruiting an external force, magic happens. And it's the magic we're all looking for. It's that bit where, how do I get these things to be going on in my life permanently so that I don't have to worry about that? I never have to think about going to the gym. I'll just find myself at the gym. Well, the trick is willpower plus external commitment means habit. Once it's habit, automatic. We call that magic. You'll call it magic.